G'day, Joe.
You been out fishing lately, Joe?
I don't go fishing.
Why don't you come down fishing with us? I'll take you down there and
I hate fishing, I hate the water, I hate
No, he
going up
doesn't.
and down.
Well, how about we go fossicking for some rocks? We'll go and get some rocks. Go and get dig some opals and limestone. That'll be better.
That many rocks in my head, I don't go
Hang on,
fishing.
just turn sideways again. We had a bit of light shining through. What happened?
95 tape shows that if you have the water
Yeah.
level with the plates or below them, you get gas, just half gas coming off the plates. You raise the water above the plates, which means that the plates have got to be a certain distance.
Right.
You have to have the plates down enough, or you've got to have the cell up enough.
Right. What about if I raise that centre?
Won't do it.
Won't do it? What do we got there, Joe? What would you say it was?
Hate to comment, that's up to you.
No, you're allowed to comment.
What happens is the your plates. How do I say this? Your brown's gas, hydrogen and oxygen, batteries, everything else have got two plates. The plates do the work. You get oxygen off the positive plate, you get hydrogen supposedly off the negative plate at the bottom. We've discussed this, right? Now, don't matter how high or low you have the water, no matter what electrolyte you got in that, but with what you might call neutral plates, the plates are not supposed to produce.
In old-fashioned science, but in the new-fashioned science, they do produce.
No, they don't.
Only because you're looking at them. You can see they're producing.
No, they're not. The water's producing.
Yeah, it's coming out of the water.
Yeah, but the water's producing. There's no interacting really with the plates. The water produces. Now, if you look at the 95 tape and everything else, you'll see the glass coffee bottle with the plates. And if you bring the water, it's on video there and you have it, the water comes up below or level with the tops of the plates, which you have here. The cell produces nearly zero, nothing out of it.
Yeah.
You've seen that?
Yep.
Okay, and it only comes off one side of the plates.
Yeah, and when it goes up and over, it then spirals down as well.
When it comes up over the top to a certain level and everything else, which by you adding the water you find out your level of your cell, because each cell is different because of width, length, breadth, height, whatever size of plates and everything else, it sets its own level. Now you've got to have above that level.
Right, okay.
You've got to have airspace above that level for expansion of water, and so that vacuum don't pull any water down through the tubes if you're going to pull off. Okay, I don't care how it is, up above or down or anything else. We use this design right back with Ron Davis, with the centre being used as neutral to pull gas back down to there and everything else for welders and all that, remember?
Right,
It emptied the cells.
Right, okay.
It emptied the cells. Okay. You're going back in on yourself.
Well, I'm always getting sucked in, you know that.
So, the idea...
Hang on, he smiled. What happened?
There was a little bit there.
Mate, I've missed you for 3 months. What's happened?
Yeah,
Huh?
when you see on the 95 tape and everything else out there, if you've got your water, which is nowhere near going to happen in this, it would be above what this is now without that in there and what you got there. So this outside tube has to be a lot longer than the tubes inside.
Right.
Now you bring your water up with the charge on, you'll see, or when you get up, this is in the coffee bottle, you'll see that it now produces something phenomenal out of the water, and that stuff goes up, down as milk, it doesn't break the surface.
Yeah.
It goes down to halfway and returns, and something from halfway goes down and back. Now that's not coming off the plates, that's happening out of the water.
Right.
And that produces a hell of a lot more, and that energy is high-powered shit.
Right.
Okay, I don't play any of this anymore, but that's what it is. Now this here won't do that. All this is going to do is empty most of your water and shut down yourself. Because below those plates, if the water stays there and everything else, it's only going to be 1/4 of what the potential is of what this machine, you know, what should come off.
Right.
It's not just 1/4, it's only coming off one side of one plate. Now it's not the ordinary gases, it is a mixture, it's not hydrogen and oxygen, it is a mixture of gases what do combine. Okay? It's not oxygen coming off the sidewalls and hydrogen coming out the bottom tips like two plates do. Okay, because you got.
Give me that for a second.
Right? You right?
Yeah, you don't
That's
need
what
to be
it'll
old.
do.
Put it down. Yeah.
Right. So they can see it if they like.
They can't see it. I'm not letting them see it yet.
Whatever.
Huh?
Whatever.
They're not allowed to look at it yet.
Okay.
Don't look.
This is too close. There's not enough water above. It's not going to do too much and everything else. You're not going to get enough of, if you're after gases or energy, not enough height. Cell's not enough. It's been drop sawed and cut both ends and everything else. Going black. The flame plates inside are got pulling to pieces. It's got tubes in. It's got seams in there. You can see, and it's arcing through. The seams aren't even lined up.
No.
Right. The plates. These rubbers are pulling to pieces and turning brown. This thing here is arcing. Even though you say you haven't got power to it, this rubber here, black colour in the design base, and it's arcing back in as that ring, and it's going blue. It's arcing back in.
Yeah.
Now, where you're getting the charges, yeah, well, it doesn't have to be, because your water's electrically connected.
Yeah.
Your plates don't even have to, it can be either one or none.
Yeah.
You're going to set up a charge factor in the water because the water turns left and it turns right. You go to Victor Schauberger's stuff and everything else, you go to, and Victor shows that if the water turns left and then turns right, he puts in the cups, he turns lights on.
Yeah.
With that water turning, one turning left, one turning right, and it doesn't matter which one.
Yeah.
And it'll go either way. Now your tap water turns left, right, and everything else, and then changes the top, it always turning. This water in here is always going to be turning and rotating. There is double charges within the water. Do you understand that?
Right.
Without applying charge.
Yeah. So it's a positive negative and a negative positive. 4 charges in the water. Negative negative and a negative positive.
I don't think I'd say that either.
Alright.
You would get that. You'll get things like that if you apply charge.
Well, it's a lot like how you were playing with those magnets before, Joe.
Yeah, but you can't call it that. See, it's wrong telling.
Alright.
Wrong telling, because the charge that comes off water doesn't match your AC or DC charges, positive or negative, north or south pole. It doesn't match it. Okay?
Yeah.
Even though it might turn Victor Schauberger's light bulb on, but they just turn. They walk up close to it and it's flipping. They put meters in there, amp meters and everything else, and it changes.
Right.
You understand? Or it goes different ways. The water turns different. The things, sometimes the lights won't come on, and it's still turning the water.
Yeah.
They haven't.
Is the water falling?
The water's
falling,
dropping.
dropping?
But it doesn't have to fall, because out of a tap or in a pipeline or anything else, it still does the same thing. Water turns.
Yeah.
As soon as water turns, and it goes 2 different ways, and it'll do it within its own distance. You can't make it stay in the distance, the thing that you want.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can do anything you like to try and keep it turning one way. You can't. And if you try to turn it the other way, we'll build up an opposite massive big charge.
Yeah. Nearly 10 times.
Because it's got its own distance.
Yeah.
Right, understand?
Yeah.
By going, say, this much, and then keeping it turning to the left, it may build up one charge this way and it should be turning itself the other all by itself. You keep it going to the left. That distance there will recharge, but won't be the same as the first.
Right.
Because it's got its own distance.
Fantastic. Thanks, Joe. Thanks very much for that. Much appreciated.